30 years ago, these three kidnappers were destroyed by a single baby. But time spares no one. Baby Bink is now a bearded chef, and Mom has faded due to plastic surgery. From FBI to the White House, let's see how the Baby's Day Out cast has changed insanely. Adam Robert Wharton, born in November 1992, is one half of the adorable duo that brought Baby Bink to life. Due to strict child labor laws in Hollywood, he and his twin brother took turns playing the iconic baby who crawled all over Chicago. Filming took place when he was barely a toddler, yet it remains his only acting credit to date. Adam left the entertainment industry immediately after the movie wrapped and never looked back. Today in 2026, at 33 years old, he leads a very stylish life far away from American cameras. He has relocated to Italy and works in the fashion industry. Looking at his photos now, it is hard to believe this bearded, fashionable man once crawled into a gorilla cage, wearing nothing but a diaper and a smile. Taint Anoi. Jacob Joseph Wharton, born in November 1992, is the other half of the famous Baby Bink. Just like his brother Adam, Jacob was thrust into international stardom before he could even speak properly, while they shared the same face on screen. Their adult lives have taken completely different paths. Jacob did not pursue a life of fashion in Europe like his brother. Instead, he stayed in the United States and followed a passion for culinary arts. Today in 2026, at 33 years old, Jacob is working as a professional chef in Pennsylvania. It is quite a career change from his days of outsmarting three bumbling kidnappers on the big screen. While millions of fans still search for the baby from the movie, Jacob prefers creating delicious dishes in the kitchen rather than seeking attention in Hollywood. Joe Mantegna, born in 1947, played Eddie, the hapless leader of the kidnapping trio. In 1994, at 47 years old, Joe was already a respected actor known for serious roles in films like The Godfather Part 3. However, he showed his incredible range by taking on this comedic villain role where he famously got his crotch set on fire by a baby's lighter. While Eddie was a failure as a criminal, Joe has been a massive success as an actor. He became a television legend starring as David Rossi in the long-running hit series Criminal Minds. Now in 2026, at 78 years old, Joe is still very active in the industry. He remains one of the most hard-working and versatile actors in the business, proving he can play anything from a mafia boss to a victim of a baby's prank. Joe Pantoliano, born in 1951, played Norby, who was the kidnapper that probably suffered the most physical damage in the movie. At 43 years old in 1994, he was hilarious as the incompetent criminal constantly chasing Baby Bink. But Joe is a true heavyweight in Hollywood history. He is famously known as Cypher in The Matrix, who chose the fake steak over reality and the shouting captain in Bad Boys. Beyond his iconic roles, Joe is a hero in real life for a different reason. He has been incredibly open about his personal battle with clinical depression and founded a nonprofit organization to crush the stigma around mental health. Now in 2026, at 74 years old, he continues to act and advocate, proving that his strength goes far beyond the screen. Brian Haley, born in 1963, completed the trio of villains as Vico, who was the dim-witted kidnapper that always asked the wrong questions. At 31 years old in 1994, he used his background as a stand-up comedian to deliver perfect physical comedy, especially in the scenes at the zoo with the gorilla. Before chasing babies, Brian was actually a regular on the comedy circuit and even appeared on The Tonight Show. His role as Vico remains his most recognized performance globally. After the movie, he appeared in other films like The Departed and Gran Torino, showing he could handle serious drama as well. Now in 2026, at nearly 63 years old, Brian has kept a lower profile in recent years. He remains a fond memory for 90s kids who will never forget his disastrous encounter with a gorilla. Lara Flynn Boyle, born in 1970, played Lorraine Cotwell, who was the elegant and distressed mother of baby Bink. At just 24 years old in 1994, she was considered one of the most stunning beauties in Hollywood, known for her roles in Twin Peaks and The Practice. Her classic look made her the perfect choice for the wealthy socialite mother. However, her journey over the decades has sparked much conversation regarding the pressures of fame. In recent years, she became famous for her drastically changed appearance due to plastic surgery, which often overshadowed her acting talent. Today in 2026, at 55 years old, Lara rarely makes public appearances. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of the intense scrutiny actresses face in the industry, though fans still remember her as the loving mother who just wanted her baby back. Matthew Glave, born in 1963, took on the role of Bennington Cotwell, the somewhat oblivious but well-meaning father of baby Bink. At 31 years old in 1994, he played the straight man to the chaos unfolding around his missing son. While he might not be a household name like some A-list stars, Matthew is one of the most consistent working actors in Hollywood. You have definitely seen him before, even if you did not realize it. He famously played the jerk fiancé in The Wedding Singer and had a significant role in the Oscar-winning film Argo. Now in 2026, at 62 years old, Matthew continues to be a reliable presence on both big and small screens. He proves that you do not need to be the lead star to have a long and successful career in show business. Cynthia Nixon, born in 1966, had a small but memorable role as Gilbertine, the nanny who was arguably the only person who truly understood baby Bink. In 1994, at 28 years old, few could have predicted the massive trajectory her career would take. Just a few years after searching for Bink, she became a global cultural icon as Miranda Hobbs in the smash hit series Sex and the City. But Cynthia did not stop at acting. She channeled her passion into real-world change by running for governor of New York in 2018, proving she is a force to be reckoned with in politics as well. Now in 2026, at 59 years old, she remains a powerful voice for social activism and continues to act in high-profile projects. She has come a very long way from reading bedtime stories in a nursery. Fred Dalton Thompson, born in 1942, brought immense authority to the screen as FBI agent Dale Grissom. At 52 years old in 1994, he was the calm professional leading the hunt for the kidnappers. What makes Fred truly unique is that playing a figure of authority was not just acting for him. He was a real-life heavyweight in American politics, serving as a United States Senator for Tennessee for 8 years. He even ran for President of the United States in 2008. It is rare to find someone who commanded respect in both Hollywood and Washington, D.C. Sadly, Fred passed away on November 1, 2015, at the age of 73 after a battle with lymphoma. He leaves behind a legacy as one of the few people in history who could successfully navigate the corridors of power in both government and entertainment. John Neville, born in 1925, brought an air of absolute dignity to the Cotwell household as Mr. Andrews, the butler. At 69 years old in 1994, he was a distinguished British stage actor known for his commanding voice and presence. While the movie was a slapstick comedy, John played his role with the seriousness of Shakespeare, which made the absurdity around him even funnier. He had a long and celebrated career, including a lead role in The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Sadly, the world lost this gentleman of the screen on November 19, 2011, at the age of 86. He passed away due to complications from Alzheimer's disease. His legacy lives on as the calm center of a very storm-filled movie. Eddie Bracken, born in 1915, made a heartwarming appearance as the old soldier in the Veterans Hospital. At 79 years old in 1994, he was a true legend from the golden age of Hollywood, having been a major star in the 1940s, working with comedy greats like Preston Sturges. His scene with Baby Bink is one of the sweetest moments in the film, showing a gentle connection between the very old and the very young. This turned out to be one of his final film roles before his retirement. Eddie passed away on November 14, 2002, at the age of 87 following complications from surgery. He was one of the last links to the classic era of cinema, bringing a touch of nostalgic magic to this 90s favorite. Verna Troyer, born in 1969, holds the most shocking secret of the entire production. While the world saw an adorable infant doing dangerous stunts, it was actually Verna, a 25-year-old man, in the costume. Standing at just 2 feet 8 inches tall due to cartilage hair hypoplasia, dwarfism, he was the stunt double for Baby Bink. This was his very first break in Hollywood, which eventually led to him becoming a global superstar as Mini-Me in the Austin Powers franchise. Tragically, his life ended far too soon. Vern passed away on April 21, 2018, at the age of 49. His death was ruled a suicide caused by alcohol poisoning. It is a heartbreaking end for a man who literally put his body on the line to make millions of children laugh. Neil Flynn, born in 1960, had a blink, and you will miss it moment as a police officer in the park scene. At 33 years old in 1994, he was just a tall, unknown actor trying to get his foot in the door. While he only had a tiny part here, his distinct towering height and deadpan delivery eventually made him a comedy superstar. He became legendary as the menacing janitor in the hit medical comedy Scrubs, and later won hearts as the lovable father, Mike Heck, in The Middle. Now in 2026, at 65 years old, Neil is a television veteran. Looking back at this early role, it is fun to see one of TV's funniest men before he found his true voice and became a household name. John Alexander, born around 1951, played perhaps the most terrifying yet hilarious character known as the gorilla at the zoo. In 1994, at 43 years old, he was not just an actor in a costume, but a world-class mime and movement expert. He wore a heavy and sophisticated animatronic suit designed by Hollywood special effects wizards to beat up the kidnappers. His physical performance was so convincing that many children actually believed it was a real animal. John spent his career specializing in bringing creatures to life, including roles in Greystoke and Gorillas in the Mist. Now in 2026, at approximately 75 years old, he is retired from the heavy suit work. He remains the unsung hero who delivered the most satisfying punishment to the villains without saying a single word. Anna Thompson, born in 1953, appeared as Mrs. McCrae, the lady in the park who gets a surprise visit from Baby Bink crawling over her picnic blanket. At 41 years old in 1994, she provided a classic reaction shot that added to the chaos of the chase. Anna is actually known for much edgier work, having been a muse for independent filmmakers and appearing in Unforgiven alongside Clint Eastwood. Her career has been a mix of mainstream cameos and intense dramatic roles in art house cinema. Now in 2026, at 73 years old, she lives a quiet life away from the spotlight. Her brief encounter with the crawling baby remains a charming footnote in a career defined by artistic bravery. This role concludes our look back at a film that turned a simple day out into an unforgettable adventure. Baby's Day Out remains a warm reminder of childhood laughter and simple joy. Time has changed its cast, but their performances still connect generations. Let's remember those we've lost and celebrate those still with us. If you enjoyed this journey, comment your favorite character, and subscribe for more Cast Then and Now stories.